Hello everyone, my name is Jigyasu and today we will see 3D look development in Unreal 5 and it is the level is basics to intermediate and the session would be around 60 to 90 minutes. So the precautions for the lesson is required or for this session is required is basic knowledge of Epic launcher, uh, in that especially the marketplace, how to use the market place assets and how to download them and how to use them, that like the basic awareness about that should be there, and also the basic idea about interface lights material lumen basic post process volume and importing assets into UE5 Unreal 5. So the learning outcomes will be review and make ready the asset provided by the client to take inside Unreal to start with. Understand the power of real-time 3D rendering, 3D look development, and Unreal 5. Understand to utilize and modify pre-existing Unreal and marketplace assets in order to pace up the production process. Okay. So we'll start with the review 3D model and reference renders provided by the client. Okay, this basically I done this project like few years back for for the company Mahindra automobiles company. Renderings were done in Unreal 4.27 at that time, and now we are using Unreal 5.2.1. And so what I did is set up the project in 5.2.1. So the new thing which has been added is the lumen, especially as compared to the 4.27 version. And uh, okay, so basically I will just show you before going to continue with this slide. We'll show you something um, about the commercial which was done. Uh, so, so this was the commercial, and it was basically telecast on YouTube only. And during the launch of the Mahindra Funster, it's a concept car. It's a sport car actually. So they are showing the related things to sports and all that. And this is the concept of the car. And here we go. So like this shot has been done like in Unreal. Um, I mean, many of the shots are done in Unreal, and like few shots were done in mm, other DCC, uh, because we were really very new to use Unreal, and the rendering was done in uh, Unreal 4.27 with RTX card, real-time ray tracing. So it was pretty, the real-time ray tracing with RTX was pretty new at that time, and even we were also trying to understand about the settings and the possibilities and how much we can take out of it. And but it is very fast. It's really whatever you see on the viewport of Unreal, you can get exactly the same or maybe better than that through the render settings. For So this is the complete commercial, and basically what we will be doing is it's very tough to go through the complete process and complete demo of this. What we will be doing is uh, we'll just do the look development part of it. Okay, like the assets we have received from the client. So let's see what kind of assets I have received from the client, and from there we will start. What I did is in the presentation I just linked the folders. which are on my local drive, and so that immediately I get them access without cluttering with a lot of folders. So here is, like you can see, there is high-res model from engineers. Like these were the models provided, and uh, one of them is there were interior models. Interior parts were separate and exterior was separate. We will be focusing on the exterior part of the model. And another thing is the reference images by the client they have done in their CAD program. So these were the reference images. Uh, so they have given us, and so that we can understand what kind of surface material of the parts of the car is. So it will be easier to match the look or the desired look they are looking, or the client is looking for. Okay, so these were the reference. Now the thing is, we got the model. The model was it was in FBX. It was also in IGS format. Okay, they basically work on NURB surface. Okay, the CAD programs they use NURBs, especially for automobiles and all that. They use NURB surface, and we can directly import the NURB surface inside, or you can say any CAD format inside Unreal by various process. There are a lot of process, and I have just attached the links to this. Added the link to this presentation. I will share the presentation after the end of the session so that you can go through them, how you can import in various mm, you can say ways inside uh, Unreal directly if you want. Okay, but we will be doing through other DCC, for example, Maya. I'll let you know why. The reason is because we are not sure about the placement of the car and all that. We need to confirm that the car scale and everything is intact. No doubt they are using the real world scale only, but still, just for the confirmation, what we have to do is we have to take this both models inside Maya, or maybe some other applications where we can convert it to or triangulate it properly. Uh, so here we have imported those model in this file. I can just open this project of Maya, and it will load. And then I have done the setup over here. I separated the interiors and checked them properly, and also checked the materials are properly assigned or not. So, and then exported them into FBX as a separate, like the interiors will be a separate file of FBX, and exterior will be a separate file of FBX. And also, I have just one second, take time because it's quite heavy. So it's loading, still it is loading. Yeah. So this is the model. Okay, and this was provided by the client itself, and we have not done any modeling or in this, only just arrangement of the elements properly. So this is the car body, so we can directly select the car body, and we have the wheels. These are the wheels, and the wheels are also like rear and the front wheel. Like this kind of grouping is done, and also the pivot is how the pivot. We just check the pivot. Is it on is center to the origin of the world? Yeah, it is centered to the world, and and this is the interior of the car. I just selected the interior. It's quite heavy. It takes time to select it to get selected. I'll just isolate it. So this is the interior part. Okay, and our concern is just to use the exterior right now, because again it's going to take a lot of time to do the look day for the interior part. I just need to confirm the workflow, how we have the how like I have used the workflow like start to like end to do the look development part at least. So animation were also done in the other DCC like Maya. You can do in Unreal also, but it was preferred as the artists were available right now for doing that at that time. Uh, okay, so I'll just well, so I'll select the car body and the car wheels, and then just exported them into FBX. So what settings will be there in the FBX exporting to FBX? Uh, yeah, FBX is selected, and there is no animation in this. Right now, the concern is not of doing adding some animation, or it is just we are going to just take them as a static mesh over there. No skeleton is needed to export from here with animation or anything. So this way, I've just done the export, and I think the export files are available here. Okay, and now we'll start creating a template first. A ready template we will be using. We are not going to do the lighting. Okay, it is only the look development with the ready-made materials available on marketplace, and just to do this to pace up your work, and you can see your work in real time. That's the only purpose. So till now you got everyone understood what I'm trying to uh, explain.
Yeah.
Hope everyone understood.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay, please let me know if you have any doubt, and if anything is not clear in between, you can just let me know. I will try to sort it out. Okay, so now I'll just open the Epic launcher. Basically, it checks the login and all that, and it gets connected to the internet. It's looking for the internet, and then it preparing the Epic launcher. Usually, it doesn't take that much time. I don't know today why it's taking so much time. So we'll go to the library, and we'll create a new project. So we'll be using at the start of the session. I told that we'll be using 5.2.1, and this project was done in 4.27 at that time, 3 years back in RTX, and the quality we have seen what we can get at that time. So now in today's time, or you can say scenario, the quality will be like much better than before. So launch it. And we don't have the RTX card, so we will be using Lumen software rendering, which is the default rendering in Unreal. I will let you know from where you can put on the RTX. Uh, if you have RTX card, you can try that. I've already shared the projects with all of you. All of you, I would suggest that you can just open it if you want. Side by side, you can check and you can try, but don't miss whatever I say. So if you people want to just taste in front of me, you can just ask me to take a break so we can stop, and I can stop, and then you can do your uh, practice, or you can check with the project files and all that. Otherwise, you can do later. It's up to you, because we have short of time, so we have to manage both the things. Uh, yeah, so we'll go to the automotive product design and manufacturing template. Okay, and here we will be using this photo studio. This, I think, when I started using Unreal 4 at that time, uh, and for this, especially for this project, I first checked, just use this template and try to understand how they are making this very beautiful, and that too on real time. So really fascinated about this template. So there is a starter content we are not going to use. We need only the this content. Starter content is, it is basically shipped with Unreal. When you install Unreal at that time, it asks you to like install the starter content or not. It will always ask in the options. Uh, Ray tracing, here is what I was saying, that if you want to use hardware ray tracing, you can put this on. Okay. So now we will be using Lumen software ray tracing. So, so will not I will not check this one because I don't have the RTX card. But still you can get a good result. So let me set the project somewhere in training here and UE, and I can just name something similar. Uh, Maybe I can take this path, okay, and I'll select the. Will not write anything here, and here I can name my project, and it's already saying the name. This is one of the good thing. It's already saying there is already a project with the same name on that path. So I will version it like 01, and I will create this project. So by the time the project is being created, we'll go and just see at the marketplace to get the ready-made materials, which is a special package available. The good thing is it is available free of cost. Okay. Let me come back. Yeah. Before going that, we can just see this. This is the setup, and we have some ready-made light setup is there. It's kind of a special blueprint, and you can like use it to uh, change the mood of your scene as you want. Okay, and so many objects are there in the scene, and if you don't want to see them, you can just press G. So whatever actual is going to render into the game or in your sequencer, that will be only visible when you press G. G is the shortcut for the to hide this mm, which the objects which are not going to render. Actually there's not renderable. These are only for the display purpose or to grab them and just to place them wherever you want to place them. Okay, so the scene also contains a post-process volume. Is a special kind of you can say effect which is applied to your rendered whatever the render image you are looking at, and the post-process volume is very useful to alter the scene look, and also the engine setting, or sorry, the project settings. Like for example, you want to modify the lumen setting and all that, or maybe exposure of the scene or white balance of the scene, things like bloom you can say, and lens flare. A lot of things are there, so you can just use them. Like you can see I can increase that, so you can use them if you want. You can modify. So basically the exposure, bloom, and these are already by default available in the scene. It is on by default from the project setting, but you don't need to go again and again over there. You can just create a post process and that will take care of the overriding of this. So this is was something extra I've added in this session. It's like it's a part of basically lighting, but we are doing look dev, so we need to be clear about little bit about post process, that how to handle the overall scene brightness exposure. For example, I change the exposure. I have the exposure. I can increase or decrease the scene exposure. So it's really important. Also, you have the lumen settings here. If you want to change them, you can just change the lumen setting. Uh, Lumen reflection is there, and I think global illumination would be a better. Uh, Sorry, spelling was not correct. uh, Global illumination, you can go and you can change the lumen quality if you want. By default it is 1, so I think it's looking pretty nice. We don't need to be much concerned about this. Maybe the person who is going to do lighting has to take care of that. The default, that's why I'm using this ready-made template. And we can do lighting, but it's quite tough to cover this. My main intention is just to bring the asset over here from other DCC and apply the material to them, which are, and also bring the marketplace material and apply those material and modify those material and see how it looks and how fast we can get the results. Okay, and at the end, if we get the time, we can just render it into a movie file or even if you can see the overall result on in the sequencer too. You also get a ready-made sequence, like you can already the camera animation is already done. So select this, and when I double click here, you can see the things are already, the animation is done. And for to play the animation, for all the cameras, you need to you have to click on the camera cut, this icon, and then you can be on that. um you your preview port will be pilot to this camera cut. And now whatever you are playing here, it will always show that only. And it could be a specific camera. When you click on a specific camera, only that camera is going to work, and it's not going to update further. Okay, it will remain there only because you are looking from a specific camera. Now it is pilot to that camera. Okay, but when you go to the camera cut, when you click here, then it is going to play. So I just need to let you know the settings, the default settings which are available with the template. We can put our car over here at the place of that car. So we'll go and import the materials, but let's do one thing before. We'll come back to the presentation and see like if we have missed something. So the ways to import the assets inside Unreal 5. So I've already added some links. Okay. So in short, I will let you know. Like you can import, we'll be importing it as a FBX. So how the FBX are imported, these three links will help you to understand how to import the FBX assets, or even the fourth link also. And the fifth link is basically for Datasmith plugin. It's a special kind of plugin. And let's check, let you know what is. It's a special kind of plugin which can import almost all the CAD formats like directly, and it take cares of the objects and the mesh. It converts if the objects are in NURBS format. In NURBS surface, those are, if NURBS surface, they are converted into polygon. Okay, so triangulated by Datasmith. So there is a lot to study on Datasmith. A lot of resources are available here. You can just go and check with it. If you are like want to do some architectural rendering and the setup is done in like other DCC, for example Max, you should have the plugin of Max installed in Unreal giving a special support with with 3ds Max. It in there you, from there you can export with Datasmith. It will take care of all the asset, and here you can directly import it through Datasmith. Okay, and same way, like you can, for example, Cinema 4D, it can also take directly Cinema 4D file, not through a BX import or other type of importing. Only through Datasmith, it directly takes the C4D file. Will not go into deep, but you can go through it. I mean, Unreal can take lot of formats inside, and even you can check that from here. I'll let you know. We'll go to the content browser. Everyone have their own way to like um, do the project setting and organize them accordingly. So I will be naming it as an import, like something which is coming out from outside. I can again we can like Funster car. I can put a version 01. So I may need to import multiple times. So you can import FBX from here. You can import from here. You can also import to the label itself. Import into the label. So directly the model will be imported into the label. This option is mostly used in like scene setup case. Like if you have a complete scene setup and something related to baking the pivot and all that, you can bake the pivot for each objects will be coming in separately. Even here also it comes separately, but we'll be using the this option only. And when you click on import and you go to the list, there are a lot of import settings you can check over here. uh, so we'll be using FBX. There is also OBJ. JLB is GLTF. Nowadays, it's a really used web format. So now we have to go to the data and the car for UE, and we'll go here and see Funster car version 01. Uh, this is the exterior body, like the body part actually, and with the wheels. The exterior interior I'm not going to take it. It is with the interior, so I will just take the Funster car version 01. Uh, if you want to import on your own, then let me know. I will share this model FBX file. So here we will import, and there are some, you can go and click on the reset to default setting. I usually do that, and then I can go here and decide what to take inside. Uh, and if you can see, there is a static skeleton mesh. I don't want to use the skeleton mesh for now because it's a static mesh. There is no animation. Our concern is just to do the look development of the car. So combined mesh is also a nice feature. Like if you want, it will take time. If there are large number of objects, it will do the combine, and then it will import one single mesh. But we'll not do that. We'll keep it separate. And if we want, we can later on we can convert into a single mesh. I will let you know what is the way that to do that. Okay. So we'll leave this. Um, Rest is fine. Default settings are okay for you now. Will not go in deeper. And I've already shared the link with you. If you want to go in detail and understand them, then you can go inside those link and you can check with them. So okay. Now there is a material setting also available here. Like it can import the 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 default materials which are assigned in other DCC or maybe in CAD program they will assign the material. So on material basis we can separate the objects basically to look dev. And it is very good if you even if you bring any model combined from other DCC also over here or you combine here, if the materials are separately assigned to them, like a part where you have to assign multiple materials to one single object or surface. Okay, for in that case you have to go to other DCC and you have to do it everything over there, then only you will be able to see the material over here. Otherwise it will be considered as a one single object in terms of material actually. Okay, so will if you don't want, you can say no, do not create materials. Okay, yeah. So I will keep it as it is. Let create the material. If needed, we can even delete them later on. If we have done with the look dev, we can do the cleanup process later on and remove all those unwanted materials. But right now, you can just create the default. So you can see it's importing so many elements. It will take maybe a minute to, yeah, it's imported pretty fast. So there are some warnings. It's not an error actually. You can ignore those warnings and still it works very fine without any issue. So now you can see there are a lot of materials and your static mesh. These are the you can see that there is a cyan line underlined on the thumbnail. It's a static mesh, and these are green colored are the materials. So if you can see there is the asterisk sign, you need to save them all. So it is an indication that these assets are imported, but they are not saved. So now it is just saving all those assets. Let it save all the assets. By the time we'll just see the our presentation, we have imported the asset and we also created a specific template for loop development to speed up the production workflow. So we don't need to do from zero. We have to create a scene and look and feel of that scene, and then we have to take our asset and do look dev. Okay, it's a ready scene is available. Well lit, it's well lit scene, and you can do your work with it. So now we are at the look dev stage. Now we have to download the material pack. That is a special kind of material pack for which is automotive material, but it is not limited to use for automotive. You can say work. You can use it for any kind of like surface, maybe a metal, glass, plastic. So you can use them. Cloth kind of materials also there because the interior has the cloth surface in car. So we'll go to Epic. We have to go to Epic to download that. So I will go to Marketplace. Marketplace will take little bit time to load because it's just directly links to like real time. It goes to the internet and it gets updated time to time. So that's why it takes time to load if some new update is done. Uh, so here I will start check auto. One second. Or auto. I don't know. The U is not pressing on my keyboard. One second. U auto, because it's real time. Immediately start searching. You can see that automotive materials. Yeah, this is the automotive material. So I really like the library of this material, and it helped me a lot to do that project pretty fast. And the whole studio was like amazed that in such short time we achieved the look, which was very tough to do in other DCC. That's the beauty of it. So now you can see this is supported to 5 till 5.1 only, and we are using 5.2. So are we lost for this case? No. We'll have some workaround. We'll just go and just see add project, what possibility we can get, and see. Click on show all project, and so there could be two possibilities. Recently, I just came to know about one more thing. Like there is a way of bypassing it through 5.1 to 5.2. Certain assets, Epic Launcher or in the marketplace, there are certain assets which are have compatibility issues, or they are not upgraded due to some reason. So you can bypass that, okay? Or other way is to import them to the actual 5.1, or you can say project. You can add them to 5.1 project. This is, I have luckily 5.1 projects because the 5.1 is not available in on my PC itself. I've removed it. I'm using 5.2.1 and 5.3 I'm using. So so you can directly add to this project, okay? Or other way is to bypass it. We'll try the bypass, otherwise we'll use this. But what is the sense of adding in 5.1? I don't have 5.1. So basically you can upgrade 5.1 to 5.2, okay? So so everyone is understanding what I'm trying to say. Where I can just check. uh, all of you getting what I'm trying to say
Yep.
Yes,
till
sir.
now?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
yeah.
Second. Oh, sorry. I need to be like so many windows open. Let me close some windows so that there's no that much. We were on this window. So basically, we can't directly use in 5.2. We have to go via 5.1 by creating that into 5.1. Then you can upgrade that project to 5.2 and open the 5.1 project into 5.2, and then from there you can do the migration. It's very simple, and it will be added to the our actual project, and from there we can use it. Okay, so let's see show all projects and use that hack kind of stuff like bypassing. Let me search. I can search
Sir,
with
can
the
I take
name
a 10-minute break?
for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take. Okay. Okay, we'll continue. So we'll select this again. If you select this, it will show you that it's 5 point. So once you have selected it, don't go and select again and add to the project. So it's adding to the project. Till that, we'll go and just continue with other things, like adding the imported 3D assets into the ready template level. Yeah, this is again a very important part we have to do. So first of all, we'll go to this level. We'll go to the content browser and we'll click on the labels, not label sequencer, it's label only. It's a filter which has been added from here. Okay, and if you're if you, as you know to basics of an Unreal, so in that it is covered most probably. So it's part of an interface only. So we'll select and we have to go to the content folder, or maybe to yeah, it is already there. So I just can check the label name is the cinematic, and here is the project name, and here is the label name. Okay, so I will go to this cinematic and I will right click and duplicate it. Will not touch the existing, so I can just write LD Funster car. Okay, so this label is for the development of the Funster car. I'll double click and it's asking me that this new assets been created. We have to save, and then definitely we have to save. We'll save it. So yeah, it's open the same duplicate. All the elements and all the assets are as it is with the default label which we had in the cinematic, and we have just taken the duplicate and renamed it. So everything is intact. This is again a good thing. Like nothing gets break in this. Only the sequencer could get break, so we can add them later on when we want to render through sequence. I will let you know if we come across that. Then we'll let you know. Oh, okay. So now what we can do, we can just select this model and we can just press delete. And it's saying it's been reference to something. So let me check. Yeah, it is like child of something. So I'll just remove it. Click again on this. This is a blueprint turntable set is there. So the scene setup is done accordingly. So that's why I can delete now. Still saying it's been reference to BP turntable set. I've been removed it and still it is been referenced. One second. So I'll go inside this and just check if just need to confirm whether if we delete is going to create any problem or not. I don't think so, but it's been called somewhere in the construction or maybe somewhere in the uh, not sure. So with this, so this is the blueprint actually, and here is the viewport, and these are the like event graph and the construction graph is there. Something a separate topic. It's a visual scripting. So so I will just let's see. I will delete it because no, automatic is referenced by another object. Would you like to? Maybe. I think this sequencer has the reference um, mm, for this car, but we can delete it. It's not going to do. It's not going to affect our work. So I will save all. So now this platform is available, uh, or you can say the table is available to place our car. So we'll go back to the content and we'll just remember to switch off the label filter. Otherwise, you will be searching your imported data. We'll come here and this time I will go inside, and this time I will use the static mesh option. And from here I will select everything, all the elements, and we'll drag and drop here. So it will take time to just load it properly. Now you can see I've selected everything in once, like and drag and drop to the. So now you can get all the elements over here separate. Now it's good also and difficult also to handle them, but this is how. But I can give you some ways to like if you want to select all of them every time, like it's like painstaking, like go and here go and select from top to end, select first this and then select this and then, so this could be a very tedious task. So what I will be doing is I will add a empty actor. It will act as a handler, or you can say it's, and like you can grab the complete car with the help of this, And what we'll do, this is the actor, and they name it like actor is like it's a kind of empty. It's only a transform object. When you press G, it is not visible, but it has a transform values. So that's how it is. So I'll select all the elements here, and I will drag and just try to link to this, okay, this actor, but it is not allowing. The reason is this actor um, is a dynamic object, or you can say movable object, okay, and these are the static mesh. So select all the static mesh, and you get a mobility property over here in the details panel, and you have to switch them to movable. Once you switch them to movable, then you can select all of them and drag and drop onto the actor, and they will be linked. So now, no doubt you have them separate, but you only touch them when you want. Okay. So now every time you can select this and you can place your car wherever you want. Uh, that's how it is. So till now you understand how we imported them, and
Yes.
how you placed them into the label.
Yep.
Is
Yes,
the
sir.
Yes,
Shivam is back? Yeah,
yes,
good,
sir.
good. Shivam is
Bintu.
back. Bintu is also there, but he want to ask something. He's raise hand.
No, he raised hand before when he was asking for permission. That's done. But,
Okay, Bintu left. Okay, sorry. Anyway, uh, wait. Okay, so till now, if you understood till now here, then if you want, should I continue ahead and just start adding the materials,
yes.
assigning the materials to our model,
Yes.
or if you want,
Yes.
anybody want a 5 minutes break or something, please let me know.
No, sir.
Yeah, we can continue.
Okay.
You can continue.
And I just want to check again with you that I've sent the files, the project files to you. So, like, it's, I would suggest if it's possible, then you can uh, just download and start using that after the session. And you can let me know if you come across with some issue
Sure.
or something like which I am able to do here and you have some problem, or you may come across with some other issue, then please let me know. So now we have added we have duplicated the existing template label, which is really helpful, and our car is being added over here. And now the next step, we'll just go once again to the presentation, and we'll see that assign and modify the materials as needed. So which materials basically? Now we have to check that do the automotive materials. You can see now it's been added over here. So if you remember, so the bypass was done successfully. Let's see if the materials are okay. Let me check with the materials. So it has a exterior, interior, and texture folder is there. We'll be looking at the most of the exterior material, but you can just go through all the materials. They are really useful, and I think there might be some maps by which you can check, like so overview map is there. I can just save this. Maybe it will take some time to load. So you can see this. This is the kind of a showcase. This uh, like I have seen that in with Unreal projects, or you can say uh, content packs. They basically create a showcase label also, like a map or a label is being created just to uh, so that you can make out, you can check this is the library available with, and you can see how they have added the checkerboard, and like we basically in VFX we use this to color calibrate the things. So you can see the materials and how they look. and an SDR is being added with the sphere SM sky sphere. You can also use SM sky sphere. It is available in the engine content. I will not go to that right now, but you can add, or you can also use other way to add the SDR into the scene. So this is what the material pack overview, and now we'll come back to again to our level, which was it's quite it's so quick. You don't need to go inside the folder and find, and so quick. And I will go back to the content. So we have an habit of just looking at the thumbnail, uh, but the thumbnail is not created right now. So when it will do autosave, I think that time it creates a thumbnail, or you can create the thumbnail. I think I can just right click and do from here. I think remember, because we don't do use all the time this thumbnail. Create a thumbnail action, capture thumbnail, sitting inside capture thumbnail. So you got a thumbnail. So now it is easy to identify. So again, you can just see that how beautiful it is. Like as a visual artist, you can easily even not look the name, and you can just immediately come to know, "Arey, this is our label." Okay. So now we'll come to the materials. Okay, and select suppose this object, and we can add material over here directly into the label. So there could be two possibility. One is you can combine them before doing that, and you can open them into a static mesh window. For example, if I select this object, and if I double click, it's a static mesh window. Okay, static mesh. Here you will get everything, every setting related to this imported mesh, materials and imported settings and all that. It's normal setting. You can check the UVs of this. Like you can go here and check the UVs. So you can see the UVs. So this is a light map, okay, which is created by Unreal, and this the channel 0 is our UV. So it's not unwrapped because again we have just done the mm, model setup over there. We have not done the unwrapping, and I think Unreal 5 is also. I think 5 also came with the unwrapping. Few tools are available, but it's not that versatile, I think, as compared to other DCC right now. But they will definitely upgrade it. So if you want to do unwrap, then you have to go back to the other DCC like Maya, and you have to do it there, and then you have to bring it back. Okay, you have to re-import. That's it. Not need to go and create a new version and import. You can just overwrite the existing model by re-importing it. There is a way, but we'll not go into that right now. We are short of time. So now what we will do, we can, I told you we can do with both the ways. Like you can combine them as a one single static mesh, or you can work on individual mesh. You can go inside individual mesh and assign material here, or you can must assign material to the at the label uh, inside the label also. And then if you combine, once you are done with look dev in the label, okay, then you can combine that and you can move it, take it forward like if needed. Okay, so I'm basically using this approach because I can see, because if you go inside here, inside this, there is no any kind of like it's very flat environment. You can change this SDR definitely, but so there is no sense of using this template. The reason is that only in real world, like how it looks in the scene objects in between the objects. So that's why we'll be doing here. So you got my point that
Yep.
how you can like add the object to the label, and how to like how you can start with assigning the material. One you can do on the level basis, one you can go to each static mesh and assign the material and come outside. But the most interesting thing is to do with the label, and another one is you can combine it into a static mesh, but the static mesh will preserve all the materials. Okay, and it will it will not combine this. Okay, this will remain as it is. It will combine and add to the content your content browser. For example, let me do so that it will be cleared. So select everything and go to the actor, and here you have a convert actor to static mesh. So it is asking you where you want to save that static mesh. So right now I could create a folder of combined static mesh or whatever combined parts. Otherwise, I will use right now uh, the content folder and give a name combined car. Let's keep that name only, and I will save this. Okay, so it's just compiling that mesh and it is ready here. So you can open here, you can see all the materials. You may understand, you may not understand, depends upon the artist who has created this model and he has assigned the name properly with the material, with reference to the material and the part of that car. Okay, body parts of that car. For example, I can't select like materials, like any parts here because now it's a one single static mesh, but you can highlight them if something is there related to you can highlight or you can say isolate it, so that will be isolated. So this is the element. So different like, so it is, yeah, you can do this way, but I don't know why I like to do it from the level itself. Okay, so both the ways are okay. It's up to you, like as an artist, what you prefer, but nothing is wrong. You can do either way. But as soon as we have to transfer these materials to the animated car or the skeleton mesh, then we have to have a rework. So if the pipeline is set accordingly from the start skeleton mesh, and then even you can skeleton mesh, you can take and you will get the separate materials and all that. But we are doing look dev, so we are not that much concerned about that, and that is a easy process to transfer the material. It's, you have to just reassign them. But if if there are a lot of materials, then it is little bit tedious work. Maybe there could be some automation process, but I have not come across still. So now we'll be doing individual. So we'll come here. I will press F to focus that object, and let's go into the automotive materials, and in materials we'll go inside exterior, and you can directly check for car paint is there. Okay, or you can some glass is, if you want to use glass, you can type glass. Maybe if you want to use light or something, you can type lights, whatever the words which a car has, the body parts, like you can write over there. Let's do that. So now when we start doing this assigning material, then we should have a, as a look develop, we should have a contact sheet or any reference images, and that is how we'll be looking to this kind of color it is. So little bit muddy kind of color I feel. uh, so we'll take start with this orange material, car paint. Uh, it's a mixed material, and this is a normal orange material. You can start with either one, which you like, and whichever you like, and we'll duplicate this. So these materials, if you see, these are the MI car paint. Dismiss. I don't know. MI car paint mix 03. So also I will right click. It's again and again showing some error. And let me see if it opens that material. Yeah, it has opened the material. And I just want to see my duplicated material where it is. Oh, duplicated again. The errors is coming, but it's little bit annoying. But let's see if we can continue with this. As instance materials again popping up. I'm going to dismiss this. Uh, So now we can change the color like dark color. Okay. So this is the basic parameter, and there is a clear coat and flakes. We have the small, tiny reflective, you can say, particle kind of stuff when the car paint material. Imperfection special feature is added if you want to make it more uh, realistic, and sometimes because there are imperfections like fingerprints on or dust on top of the car. But if you want to show it brand new, then no need to do use orange peel is also an additional feature, uh, just related to the normal and all that. I have not tried yet, but you can check with them. But now, if you want to know more about this, like I have used it practically, but if you want to go into deeper and want to understand more about, again, I've added some links over here. You can just click on this automotive material pack, and it will give you the complete explanation about the material. So how the material is, you can go through it whenever you get time. Again, I am saying that I will share this documentation or this presentation with you. So now we'll go to the material. We'll modify the material as per our need, and we'll go to the basic color. And this is the chameleon color, which will be like a Fresnel kind of effect. And we can change it because we want to make it more to what our car is. Very so let's see how it looks, and once we assign it, then we'll come to know, and we'll bring it here, drag and drop here, and the material is assigned over here. And now you can check with the uh, mm, reflection quality, and also if you want to make it more satin kind of the as per the reference we have, it is reflective, but they asked for us to make it more, you can say, silky kind of reflection, not sharp reflections. We should blend. So we'll go back to this material, the duplicated one, and here I can go and just see the clear coat. It is already one, which is the default one, and there are a few more parameters. I'll put them on. So there is a detail roughness. We don't want any kind of roughness over here, so we'll just go and roughness size will decrease. We don't need any kind of roughness detail, or you can check with that what exactly it does. I'll just put it on, and but now if you are in the material and if you want, because we are doing a real time, so we should be able to see that, like, even we can just select and add here. There is an icon over here, the object itself. So it is asking to select the material, but select that mesh, but it should be selected from the content browser. uh, I many time, but you can just go and select here, and it is selected, and then click over here, so it will be available over here to see. But no doubt we will be doing the loop day from there only, but sometimes, like, again, they are giving this facility to us to go through here, and like some changes if you want to see on that surface, you can do here also. But overall look we can check over there. So now we can just increase this the imperfections if you see something, and let me increase the roughness, because when you increase the roughness, that time you will come to know if there is some imperfections, or you can say the detail things are there. Okay. So now it's looking more silky kind of. Okay. So, but basically, if you don't use this detail roughness size, because it totally depend upon this detail roughness. Okay, we need a normal roughness which we do. We don't need any map to be used for that. To put it 0, don't need to use. Let's see how it looks. So yeah, it's looking. Still, it is reflective. Need to check if I'm not making any mistake. So minimum reflection. So now you can understand. So this SDR is like very flat. So it will definitely, it is going to look very plain and you can smooth, because the SDR itself will show smooth. But the when we see in our lighting setup, it is different. So let's try this to make it more reflective and see. Yeah, now it is gone. Yes, this is what the look was needed. And I'll deselect this. So now let's try the next object. We are like short of time, but still do one more example. For example, the glass. We'll go back here and in automotive materials. Right now, I will not go inside and search in the folders. At least I will go till the exterior, and then I will search glass and will assign the tinted glass, but we'll take a duplicate of this again as soon as I click on the material. So if you guys, I have not demonstrated that process, but if you are aware of migration and upgrading of the Unreal project, I would suggest to go through that. Okay, but otherwise we need to, I need to just figure out to fix that migration. Maybe if we restart the project, it can help to get rid of that, or need to check how what might be the reason. So here, again, if the artist, the who has created this as this model, if he is assigned a material and given the name, for example, here is the clear glass, but we want to use a tinted glass for now, so that our inner part is not that much visible. And for that, we'll go here and we'll increase the opacity here. And so the parameters, anyhow, if you're known to the materials, even in other DCC, the parameters are quite fair, like straightforward, and you can play around like it's a fractional age. You can see how it affects your model, and then accordingly you can use. Uh, but if you can see the distortion, there is a distortion of the surface is the plane, but there is a distortion on the surface, the glass. It is not due to the material or something. Maybe it can be due to the material. But before that, we'll just check if the high precision setting is available. That's why I've kept everything separate. This was the reason, because this is a glass material. Here it is working. Maybe there could be a problem, but it is not visible because it's blur already. But here it is a sharp reflection, and it is little, it's jagged, it's looking like that. So how to fix it? You can just select this, right click over here, or you can just control E, you can press and open it. And here you can search high, use high precision tangent base. You just click this on. Okay, once you click this on, cancel this, and you have to apply changes. There could be an option, apply changes. Yeah, here. So it is sitting under the build setting. It's very one of the very useful thing I have used a lot while doing this project, because I got a lot of problem with the reflection, sharp reflection. They were looking very unnatural, and like artifacts were there. So I just used this, and it helped me a lot. So always, if you do something which are hard surface and you are much concerned with the sharp reflections, just look into that. It will, now we can see it's very clear, clean reflection. So same material you can just assign this area also. So it is glossy. I think clear glass. Sorry, yeah. And let's see if this object has glass. Yeah. So this become little faster, I think, if we. If the client, if the client, I mean the artist, if they give this uh, mm, setup to us, like the material names are defined, then it becomes much easier to use. So here is glass again, and the top clear glass. So it's pretty fast. You can see if it is given. Otherwise, you need to check and make even now you can see this part. It is jagged. You can just go again here. Control E, selected the object, and high precision. Okay, and save this. Close this. Oh, he is asking you, do you want to apply? This is again a good thing. Otherwise, we lost watching is yes, I need to apply, and now we can see it's clean. But still, there are other parts that has the same issue, and that's you have to go and do it individually. But there is an option when you do the import at that time also, but it will be applied to all the elements. Okay, so when you import, if you go in the when where we were looking the combined mesh setting, at the same place you have that option available. So now you can do other parts. For example, this maybe some black kind of metallic color. I will just check. I just need to check first what kind of, yeah, it is something gray kind of metal alloy based surface, I think. So let me check. Mm, if we get some alloy, we'll write alloy. No, and there is no kind alloy kind of surface. Let's go into metal actually. Alloy is looking like a metal only. So let's try bump painted metal. Painted metal we can try. We can try painted metal. Okay, fine. Grill circle, no. Painted metal. Unless you don't apply, duplicate it, and if you don't apply, you will not able to understand uh, how it, because the only thumbnail, yes, it's looking good. So only by thumbnail it is not going to give you the result. You just need to apply that, and this is could be a fiber kind of like matte finish you can take. I need to check. I think it's a kind of fiber material as I remember, not this one. Backside, no, it's shiny actually, not fiber. It has some texture also, I think. I don't know, but you can do that also. But if it
Carbon
is a
fiber.
space, sorry,
It's carbon fiber.
oh,
If
it's
we have
carbon
something
fiber.
like this carbon fiber, we can check maybe.
Yes, I will just check if it is there. We can search with that name. Thank you for that. Let me see.
We have carbon fiber
Carbon.
down in exterior down. You
Yeah,
can
there
see.
is a carbon fiber. Yes, you can use this. Thanks once again for this. Let's try how it looks. Oh, yeah, interesting, interesting. So let assign the material of this itself. Now if you want, if you have created some material, I've just directly assigned, no, I've done a copy. You can rename also uh, the material. And so this is the mm, whatever we assign material to this part, we can assign to the back also. I'm not sure if it is of made of metal, but we can just refer to this. It could be a black fiber, I think. Let's see something black and then assign that black thing. Let's search for the black. There is black. There is nothing like black. So let us create a material black from our end. Uh, mm, Press 3 and assign. It's pretty simple. And yeah, it's black. Uh, and see if it looks okay. We used basically, I think it should work. Hmm. This looks. So we just need to check with the glossiness if we want to play around, so that we can press 1 to get a value to this roughness. So roughness is, I think, by default 0.5, I think. So now it is 0. So we can just play around with reference point 3, maybe point 4, and see how it looks. Yeah, it is like more reflective, less blurry, and we can play around with this. So this is how you can add the materials to the assign the materials, modify the materials. You can create, if you know basic material, you can create few materials like which are flat colored and all that. uh, so so this is quite it could be a very faster process to do a look development, and that to real time, and you can just uh, make your client very happy in doing giving the results in such a less amount of time. For example, let's do one more light kind of object. Let's see if we have something related to light. Mm, am I blue lamp? Let's take a duplicate of this. This could blue lamp and create here. So I just need to go inside this, and I need to see this is an emissive material actually, and there is a light facing and edge intensity in this. They've created a very controlled material. Uh, so now if I make it 500 or 1000, 2000. So you can just play around with this and make it brighter. So it should not be that much bright. We should be playing with the exposure, and then we can make it bright as we need. And you can also play with the color, blue color, what kind of color you are looking. But definitely the hue will be affected with that. It has been looking like a cyan, not exact blue. So this is how it is, and see the power Fresnel if it helps. Hmm. Sorry. Hmm. So this is how you can assign the materials, and I can't complete everything at this moment, but still you can have some questions if you in your mind. Uh, but once you use it, then it will be more questionable, I think. But still, if you don't understand, you can please let me know. We'll try
No, it was pretty much
answer
clear.
them.
Probably, I will go through the project. I will work on it. If there is something comes, some doubt comes, I'll ping you probably later.
Yeah, okay. You can just please go through and I will share this presentation also with you. And the final thing is as render to video file, uh, like with a basic movie render setting. So you can do that also. So you can we can just go to the sequencer and just replace the materials and all, sorry, replace the elements, because we have taken the duplicate of the actual project. So you have to replace or you can say bind again those missing, like sequencer. One second, we'll go here, and one second, double click on this. So now you can see they are red and they are asking that they need something to bind with. And so it should be right click, assign, and here you can write the camera name. This is the correct way, not the way in attaching is something different. Okay, it's just making a child parent, but it should be like right click, assign, camera, and then select the shot too. And then you can go here and create the cuts back again, go to that particular frame and add um, shot to cut. don't know, but I don't see any camera movement in this. Shot 2 is already assigned, so no need to. So here is still it is saying missing. So I can just delete this part, and I think something is, yeah, it is attached already here. So that's why I was not able to. It is not snapped properly. You can delete and create new cut also, so that, and from here you can again add, and all the cuts were added, and now you can render a movie from here. Click here and go to this render setting. Sorry, here render setting. You can render as you want, as a JPEG or MOE file. MOE option is not available. You have to put on the Apple ProRes plugin. You have to just on the Apple ProRes plugin. You have to put it on, and you have to just restart the project, and then how you can just render it from here. Accept here, and click on render. Okay, so this is how you can do rendering. I had a final render with the final product. I will just show you, and we'll also share. I think it is already there in the project which I have shared with you, the Unreal project. Go back to that. This end file, saved movie render. This is the final render. Oh, it will not play. It will play maybe since some other players. For example, uh, yeah, this one. So this is how you can do look development. No doubt it takes more time to complete and assigning the material, but we are just short of time. I just need to conclude this within 90 minutes of maximum. But let's see. Let's do the next. End up with like, quick revision would be like we have reviewed the assets from the client and set up them into other DCC and bring the asset inside Unreal and place them to into a ready-made template label of automotive materials, and then imported the, oh sorry, added the material through bypass process. Uh, Automotive materials, that is the ready-made material pack available which is free on marketplace. And then we have assigned them and tweaked the materials, and after that we can do a quick render and just see how it looks, and you can share with your client and uh, with the camera animation. And what could be the extension to this is scene lighting and animation from scratch. You can could be a part of it, and we can use console commands and parameters to check the picture quality, and we can improve the picture quality. Render, rendering passes, advanced setting in movie render queue, digital compositing. Then we can, once we have done rendering from Unreal, then we can go and do the external compositing, uh, and then we can render a final movie. So this was the actual process we have used, and we have achieved that result. But we have just taken that look development part of it. It's one of the part of that complete project, and which was the most interesting one. And like, you have lot of creative control. The lighting part is also very interesting. Animation part is a little bit technical. To bring animation data and all that, it's a separate thing. So just please let me know if any questions over here. So otherwise we can conclude the session. We give a 5 minutes.
Sir, sir, how can like lock the models like when we used loop development? So we'll select the model sometimes. So how can freeze the models as we do
Uh,
in Maya?
okay. You mean you want to, like, this model should be
freeze your
You
lock.
can't move it. Interesting.
Yeah,
So need to do that, but definitely there could be like lock
yeah, yeah.
actor you can use here from transform, and maybe
Even
I
you
think
can might be translation lock also you
you
can
can't
move it.
move. So
Yeah,
because rarely it is, but it is really useful thing, and it has been already given in the transform. So I don't remember if I've used sometime over here, but this is how you can, I think, lock the model. So even it will give you an indication, like right click and then lock. Yes, someone was saying
Sir,
you
this
can't move
model
it.
is triangulated now.
Yes, triangulated model. You can bring triangulated. Basically, Unreal is doing everything triangulated only. If you go in wireframe, maximum
Mm-hmm.
things are triangulated.
Then
We
what
are
about
looking.
texture? Like right now we are implementing material. If something is a texture format,
There
then
is a might actually
unwrap it.
related to texturing. Sorry to interrupt,
Mm-hmm.
but I can understand. But it is a myth. It's not that. Uh, You can do texturing or triangulated model, but triangles are okay. But if it is pentagonal or some other like five-sided and more than four-sided, then it's a problem. Two-sided is never because you need at least three edges to create a surface. So
So,
triangulated is it's uniformly triangulated, and
so,
if the UVs are okay, then the textures will not stretch. No, there will be no problem at all.
for suppose we have done the UV in some other software like Maya or something, and we did the
Hmm.
texturing, but when we import the model here, it becomes triangulated, so the texture won't stretch or anything.
No, no, no. It does the thing very smartly, and it is internally handled by Unreal. And basically, if you go in actual rendering, the polygon itself, a four-sided polygon is also rendered in triangle format only. Internally, the render engines are rendering them as a triangle only.
Okay.
But there was like a few like many years back, like there was like triangles will be a problem. A single triangle could be a problem, but the whole model, if it is a triangulated, so that will make the topology should be like somewhat similar in all areas. Then it will not be that much problematic, and most probably the normal plays a major role in this kind of real-time rendering. The normals really play major role of the geometry, so that will be not a problem. Even when the model come to us, we were also planning to model it, but I just take the initiative and just imported that into Unreal and just share with them, and they say yeah, it's looking good, and the same thing they imported into again in Maya also, and they have seen it was looking good. There was not a problem. It's all about the thing of normal and the topology and the uniform topology actually. The spacing between the segments are okay, then there will be less pinching and less weird reflections. Yes, please. Next.
So while
Anybody
you're
want?
talking about the migration of the materials, so if I'm doing the migration, like you just duplicated some materials. So if I'm doing the migration of the whole pack, so these duplicates materials migrate along with the whole pack.
Actually, I didn't hear you very clearly, but what I understood is you are saying something related to the migration for the whole pack. You are saying.
Yeah.
Okay, you can do the bypass process you can use, but I still I will relay the other way, that is to bring that into add to the 5.1 project. If you don't have a 5.1 version of Unreal, but you have 5.1 project still, if it is in your system, then it's better to do. But if you don't have, then you have to download 5.1 or the bypass process you have to use. Once you have added to 5.1, and you can open the 5.1 into 5.2 as a copy of the project, and from there you can migrate to your own project. Then you're done actually. So that will be I would be more reliable on that kind of approach. So because now we can see we are getting some error, I don't know, but still it is working, Unreal is handling, and it is little bit unknown, so we need to check like what uh, what kind of error it is like. But it is not affecting right now. Maybe if I render a file, may that error comes, then we have to figure out that. So that is the foolproof, because I have not used this the process bypass process. I've used the older process only, like another process only, the migration with upgrading the project and then migrate it. That's how I was used. So is it okay?
Yes.
Anything else?
Thanks.
I think you should
No, sir.
please try this, and if you have any doubt, then please let me know. And thanks for coming
Thank you,
for
sir.
the session. Uh,
Thanks.
and
Thank you, sir.
okay, so we can end it here. And if any doubts,
Thank you, sir.
then please let me know. You can mail me. You have my mail ID, uh, and the project is also with you. So if any doubts, please let me know. Further doubts after doing this, practicing all this. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much,
Okay, sir.
everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye. Bye.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.